Hazard, the questionable expert. Wes Hazard, the questionable expert. Wes Hazard, the questionable expert. You can ask him anything. He's Wes Hazard, the questionable expert. Wes Hazard, the questionable expert. Wes Hazard, the questionable expert. He's an expert, but it's questionable.
Good evening. My name is Wes Hazard, A.S., questionable expert in the murderous arts. I received my degree from the University of Phoenix online. 4-year program which I completed in only 3 semesters. I have exceptionally fast dialogue. So, today I would like to do something very special. Submitted for your approval, Mr. Matthew Lillard, the unacknowledged dean of the American serial killer cinema, whose murderous tentacles have weaved through the last 2 decades of American mass-killing cinema. Allow me to lead you on a very invigorating tour.
Well, Wes, before you begin, excuse me, do you mind? I'm just thinking about all these people that can't see. Do you mind if I just hold this? Is that okay?
You may.
Is that okay? Is that okay, that one? Yeah. Great.
The highest grade of my course will now be a B. Thank you very much.
Whoa!
Exhibit A. Matthew Lillard made his debut in the 1991 straight-to-video classic Ghoulies 3. Ghoulies go to college.
I love that movie.
Yes. Tagline, out of the bowl and totally out of control. The bowl, of course, is referring to the mystical toilet by which the namesake puppets appear and dispatch their first victim, Ghoulies 3.
So good.
Even then, while he displayed a very undisputably minor role, Mr. Lillard still showed his true colors of deceit and deception by being billed under the alias Matthew Lynn. Flash forward, Exhibit B, 1994, after 3 years of laying low, Mr. Lillard appears in the 1995 cyberpunk classic Hackers. In which his name, his hacker alias, is none other than Serial Killer. Of course, in that iteration, referring to Rice Krispies, as I have the monster cereals of General Mills. As it is November, or rather October, I should say, available in both retro and contemporary boxes at all your local Target stores. Beware, Frankenberry has not eliminated the problem it first experienced in 1972, whereby its pink dye is too powerful for the human digestive system, leading to pink feces, otherwise known as Frankenberry stool. Watch out. Shortly after that, Mr. Lillard appeared in the film Serial Mom, directed by John Waters. Tagline, every mom wants to be wanted, but not for murder one. He played Mr. Chip Sutphin, son of Miss Kathleen Turner, a gore movie-obsessed video store worker. Sample line of dialogue, Chip, tell me the truth, Mom. Are you really a serial killer? It's okay with me. To which she replies, Chip, the only cereal I know anything about is Rice Krispies. All right? Once again, confirming the connection. Boom, boom. There we go. Irrefutable. We will skip to Exhibit D. I would be remiss if I did not refer to Mr. Lillard's perhaps most famous film role, that is Stewart, in the stab classic 1996's Scream, where he played a video store worker in a gore-obsessed film, as much like in Serial Mom, and he continuously offered advice about magnificent serial killer film tropes, none of which actually saved anyone from being murdered by either him or Skeet Ulrich. You see here in the screenshot 2 characters from Scream 2 exhibiting the one activity that is acceptable whenever you see a Scream sequel, that is pissing all over it. You'll forgive me if I pirouette into Mr. Lillard's television career. Right here. I do so only to display the depths of his depravity. In criminal justice system. Sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous. In New York City, the dedicated detectives who investigate these vicious felonies are members of an elite squad known as the Special Victims Unit. Exactly. These are their stories. This is his story. Season 10, Episode 16, Playing Check. Episode titled Ballerina. He did not murder anyone, but I felt it important to notice that he is displaying the most ridiculously pedophilic mustache ever. Man. Watch out. His depravity knows no bounds. You'll forgive me if I forgo an extensive description of 2001's overlooked classic, 13 Ghosts, in which Mr. Lillard, along with F. Murray Abraham and an ensemble cast, evade 13 murderous ghosts for 97 relatively okay minutes. I will mention that in context, rapper turned actor Rod Digger delivered perhaps the greatest single line of film dialogue in the 21st century, "Is that half the lawyer?" All of which brings us to Exhibit F, in which I demonstrate once and for all the extent of Mr. Lillard's killerish depravity. The murder movie career which I have thus far described would be thoroughly incomplete if it was not somehow tied into the towering pinnacle of American serial killer cinema in the last 25 years, that of course being Silence of the Lambs, 1991, one of 3 films ever to sweep the 5 major Academy Awards. Now you might ask, what is the connection? He did not appear in that. No, he did not. But in the role of James Gumb, aka James Gumb, aka Buffalo Bill, you will find none other than Mr. Ted Levine. Would you watch him? I've watched him. I've watched him hard. I've watched him so hard. Ted Levine, who in 2013's FX series The Bridge, along with, you guessed it, Mr. Matthew Lillard, stars in a show where 2 detectives work together to take down a serial killer operating on both sides of the Texas Chihuahua border. You will see that his insidious influence cannot even be contained in the United States of America. Are you afraid of this face yet? You should be. He comes to you in your sleep. I know. Because there is no way that I have not appeared on some sort of TSA, NSA list for having accessed Mr. Matthew Lillard's Wikipedia page more in the last 72 hours than has ever been done by anyone ever in the history of mankind. Be afraid of that face? Thank you very much.